So 6 months ago, I quit my job. Not a bad thing. I didn't officially quit. I had been there for 15 years, and on the side, I've been doing my art, my woodworking, my fabrication, creative, whatever you want to call it. I've been doing that for 10 years, but it's always been a side job, a side hustle, doing craft fairs on the weekends, that sort of stuff. And unfortunately, I was never with anybody that was, I don't want to say they were supportive or not supportive, but it didn't work out to where I could feasibly take the risk of living off of my art and my creativity. So, like I said, 6 months ago, I basically weeded myself away from the restaurants. And I'd worked at a place for about 15 years. I still have an open end. I can come back and work if I need to. They actually kind of keep me on the schedule just in case, or if they need me. I haven't been in there in 6 months, at least not to work in the restaurant. I've gone in there to fix things at the restaurant and make things for the restaurant, but I haven't been in there to work. So like I said, 6 months ago, my woodworking over the past couple years has really kind of ramped up. And I don't mean really ramped up. It's slowly progressed enough to where I felt I could make that jump. And so now officially my woodworking, my art and whatnot, fabrication is my sole form of income. I do have a rental property, but which is connected to my wood shop. It's kind of what gave me the kick in the rear to get going and do this for a living. I was renting my shop from a friend of mine. We went to college together. And the shop is basically the back end of this building. It's equivalent to, say, a 4-car garage. So it's just big enough for me. I feel like I might be outgrowing it already. But I started renting it from him, I want to say about 6 months into renting. He said he was going to sell the building. We worked out a deal. I bought the building from him, or I have a owner, oh my gosh, what am I trying to think here? I'm paying the loan for him in order for me to own the building. I gave him a down payment, and he's financing it to me. The building also has apartments connected to it, which helps pay for the building. So when I say I have a rental, I'm a landlord, I'm not really making any money. However, the rent is paying for the building, taxes, insurance, a little bit of upkeep, and that's pretty much it. So I would like to buy more buildings, but that's down the road. I'm not stressed about that. So anyway, back to the woodworking. So the woodworking has kind of ramped up enough to where I can make that jump. And here lately, in the past 2 months, into February, my business really ramped up. I do a lot of work for distilleries, bourbon distilleries, and the liquor distributors. So I make things like coasters with their names on it for the companies, as well as I make little magnets that they sell in their shops. This is a mess up that I made, but basically this is what they call a flight board. A couple glasses go in there, and they have 3 different tasting bourbons, but I make these boards, as well as many other things. I've got to make a bunch of shelving units for one of the distilleries, and so on and so forth. They've all really, I'm very blessed and grateful and fortunate that all this has really come to me. So I've gotten enough work that I'm bringing on an assistant or a helper, if you will. And this is the whole point of this whole video, is my assistant helper is my 15-year-old son, who's going to be 16 in a handful of months. He's been showing interest in learning a job that's kind of falls into the trade world, so that AI or the automation doesn't take his position. He wants to kind of lock down having a job, being able to give back or do things for people. So he's been kind of learning what I do over the past couple months, and just over the last couple days, I've been teaching him how to run my laser. So, as well as doing clear finishes on all the products that I bring in. So he, just a few hours a week, nothing crazy, because he's a high school kid. But he is giving me probably like 6 to 8 hours a week, and I'm paying him, and he runs my laser. Actually runs it better than I do, because I don't do digital tech stuff very well. The only thing I'm fairly well at using is stuff that has a spinning saw blade on it. But he's doing really, really well. Like I said, I'm paying him for it. He's learning how to do stuff with his hands, be creative, which I think is one of the kind of lower bottom tier things that are going to be taken over by the robots, or whatever you want to call. And learning to troubleshoot, learning to think outside of the box, which is what I do daily. And it's fun. It's rewarding. You get to like look at something and be like, I made that. You can go into a store and be like, that's what I made. That's my stuff. But aside from all that, like happiness from making something or doing something, getting your hands dirty, being sore at the end of the day because you put in a day's work, sort of thing. And I know that's not for everybody, but I love it. It's given me energy over my life. The most exciting thing for me, and I'm really fingers crossed on this, is there's a potential for a father-son business. And my son and I get along great. My daughter and I get along great, but she's not necessarily interested in doing what I do, but he is showing interest enough to where he's even like mentioning how we can keep working together in the future. So everybody out there, keep their fingers crossed that my son really takes on and learns what I do and can kind of move forward with life in doing this sort of stuff. And we can both have fun at it and keep smiles on our faces and keep telling each other jokes. And I don't know what else to say, but I am super happy, super grateful. Oh, I also am getting married in about 2 months. 3 months. And going suit shopping today. So, aside from all that, there'll probably be a video on that. Like, subscribe, have fun with whatever you do, and just go enjoy things. Go enjoy life. Go enjoy this day out here. It's a little overcast right now, but the sun will be right back out. It's beautiful. Go have fun. Put your windows down. Put the top down. Go breathe in some sunlight. All right. You guys have a great day. Bye.